Hello everybody. I welcome you all to this module of distribution laws in the Unit 1 Statistical Thermodynamics of Physical Chemistry 2 paper in the MSc Chemistry course at Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute. In the last module of the same Unit 1 Statistical Thermodynamics, very elaborately statistical thermodynamics was explained. Now in this module, let us see the distribution laws that govern the statistical thermodynamics. In this slide, we can see what we mean by statistical thermodynamics. This was explained in the last module, but let us see now in brief before we go into the distribution laws. Mechanics is study of motion and thermodynamics is study of properties. So when we say statistical mechanics, we mean that study of the bulk matter using the quantum mechanics. So what is classical mechanics and quantum mechanics? Classical mechanics is the one where we study the motion of the bulk objects or the macroscopic objects, whereas in quantum mechanics we study the motion of the atomic or subatomic particles or in the microscopic levels. So statistical mechanics is the one that relates the study of bulk matter with respect to the quantum mechanics. And in classical mechanics, we deal only the macroscopic matter and do not consider the internal constituents or the microscopic matters. Whereas in quantum mechanics, we deal with the microscopic matter. So a classical thermodynamics is the one that says the properties of bulk or macroscopic object, and quantum thermodynamics is the one that states about the properties of the internal constituents of the system we are dealing with. So that bridges the classical thermodynamics and quantum mechanics is a statistical thermodynamics. So this is what we saw in the last module. So statistical thermodynamics is the one that bridges classical thermodynamics with and quantum mechanics. To understand the statistics in statistical thermodynamics, let us consider an example of two different types of classrooms, where in one classroom students are seated in any manner and they wear any color dress and there is no dress code or no uniformity in the color. And in another type of classroom, students are defined to sit at one place and they cannot move on without the permission of the teacher. The students also wear a uniform dress and they cannot be identified unless they are called by the names or recognized by their faces. So the uniformity is same with respect to the color of the dress. Whereas in the first case, students can be distinguishable in any means, either by the color of the dress or by the face recognition by the teacher. So let us, when we consider these two examples, classical statistics or Maxwell-Boltzmann statistics states that the particles are distinguishable, which we mean to the first case of the classroom. And in quantum statistics, where we deal about Bose-Einstein statistics and Fermi-Dirac statistics, particles are not distinguishable in it, which we consider the second classroom, where students cannot be identified by the color of the dress. So the examples of quantum statistics are photons and neutrons, and it deals with the microscopic level, whereas in classical statistics we deal only with the macroscopic level. Which means if we consider the first classroom where students are seated anywhere, we don't consider what kind of tools they use to learn a subject. Whereas in the second classroom, where students wear a uniform color dress, the tools or the pencil, the equipments they use to learn the subjects are being considered. The notebooks, the pencils, even the chalk is used by the teacher, everything is being considered to learn the subject. So when we deal with the microscopic level, we consider even the smaller objects in the quantum statistics. Now we can see the comparison of the three statistics: classical statistics and the quantum statistics. Maxwell-Boltzmann statistics is a classical statistics, and Bose-Einstein statistics and Fermi-Dirac statistics are part of quantum statistics. Now the particles that obey classical statistics or the Maxwell-Boltzmann statistics are also called as Boltzmannians or Maxwellians. The particles that obey Bose-Einstein statistics are called as bosons, while the particles that obey Fermi-Dirac statistics are called as fermions. Now considering the constituents in each of these statistics, in the classical statistics, the internal system is not at all considered because it deals only the macroscopic level. Whereas in the quantum statistics, the internal particles are considered. The identity of the particles is distinguishable in the classical statistics, and it is not distinguishable in the Bose-Einstein statistics and Fermi-Dirac statistics. The occupancy of energy levels is not restricted by the particles is not restricted in the Boltzmannians or Maxwellians, whereas the occupancy of energy levels by the particles, that is the bosons, is again not restricted like in the Maxwell-Boltzmann statistics particles, whereas fermions have a restriction entry in the occupancy of energy levels, that is in the Fermi-Dirac statistics. So there is a quite difference between the particles entering into the different energy levels of the quantum statistics. So in bosons there is no restriction, whereas fermions have a restriction to occupy the energy levels. Considering the spin of the particles in the statistics, different statistics, since Boltzmannians do not consider the internal particles, that we don't just talk about the spin there, whereas in bosons and fermions, the spin has an integer value in bosons, and the fermions have integral half spin value. The examples of them is also given. Gas phase of large amount of molecules are examples of Maxwell-Boltzmann statistics. Photons are examples of bosons or the Bose-Einstein statistics. Neutrons are examples of fermions or the particles that obey the Fermi-Dirac statistics. The distribution law of each statistics also being given here, where Ni is the number of particles that occupy in the ith energy level. Gi means the degeneracy of the particles in the ith level, and small k is the Boltzmann constant. Ei is the energy of the particle in the ith level. In detail, we will see what are these laws in our next module. And the partition function in each of the statistics is also given. In classical statistics, we define the partition function as Q, which is the summation of Gi e power beta Ei. And in case of bosons and fermions, we consider it as a wave function. In bosons, the wave function is symmetric, and in fermions, the wave functions are antisymmetric. Few references that were used to prepare this module is being listed out here. This is not limited for further reading. And this is the end of the module distribution laws in the statistical thermodynamics. In detail, we can see the